Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchima and on this channel I talk about cake business. But in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to decorate this beautiful Teen Titans Gold cake in super stable whipped cream. Now I have a recipe for this whipped cream on my channel. If you're interested in watching this video and learning, let's go right ahead. I have a vanilla cake layer, red velvet, chocolate, and another red velvet I'll be working with, and already have some whipped cream set aside for the filling, and then this that I tinted in sky blue for the frosting of the cake, and it's super stable. As you can see, I also have prints that I already ordered that I'll be using for this cake. So this is the Teen Titans Gold cake, and we'll just go right ahead with filling the cake. So I'm putting a dollop of whipped cream on it, and I'm just going to spread it round like so, and then I'll go right ahead to layer my cake. Someone asked me not too long ago how I go about layering my cake, and I had to explain to her based on a question. So what I do first is to place the base layer with the bottom down, and then for other layers, the ones that will go on top, I flip them upside down like this. Okay, so I have the bottom part up. It's so that it can help me achieve a leveled cake and also achieve a balance, if you understand. So that's what I do. I don't just layer them facing or the up part or the top part of the cake. I just flip them over. Please, if you understand, give me a thumbs up in the comments so that I know that you're getting me. Thank you. For those who are new to my channel, you're welcome. So this is the next stage, which I refer to as the crumb coating. So I apply, oh, that happens. Yeah, it happens. So I spread a layer of whipped cream around my cake just to give it a coating, and I'm going to explain something to you in a bit. Someone asked me not too long ago as well, or long ago, is it okay to use whipped cream or buttercream for the covering, something along those lines? And I answered this way, that I use my whipped cream to cover or to crumb coat for whipped cream cakes, and for buttercream cakes I use buttercream for the crumb coating. I've not tried it the other way, like crumb coating with buttercream and then frosting with whipped cream. I don't know how that would work. I don't see it being possible. But if you have tried and this works for you, please let us know in the comments. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is to scrape the body, and as you can see towards the base, it is not full, it is not leveled, it's not flush, and that came from my trimming. Okay, so I'm just going to fix it by applying some buttercream all over. Like you can see, I've already done that, so I'm just going to put it in the freezer to chill a bit, and then I would come back to scrape one more time. So I've just brought it out from the freezer after some minutes. I can't remember how long I kept it for now, so I'm just going to scrape, and you can see that it's better. If you look at the base, you can see that it's flush now and I have a better result. So that's one way to hack your cake, just in case you miss your trimming. This is what it looks like now. Okay, there are some little spots left that I'm just going to quickly fill before I start the frosting. These spots, I'll just fill them quickly, and then I'll go right ahead to start frosting the cake, which I'm already doing now. Okay, so I'm just going around layer by layer. For those who are not new to my channel, you're very familiar with this process, but for those who are just joining us for the first time, I need to explain this process. So this is how I frost my cake, with a piping bag, line by line, without breaks, without spaces in between. So this is one part of cake decorating that I love, smoothing the body just before I go in with my bench scraper. It's not compulsory. Yeah, it's not compulsory, but it's something that I love doing and I've gotten used to over time. So that's what I do. I like to smoothen with my offset spatula before I go in with my bench scraper. Now I tried doing a video, I beg your pardon, just allow me digress a bit. I once did a video without talking so much, and someone said I should talk. I should talk, tell them and talk to them and explain to them. So I want to ask, which do you prefer, me keeping quiet in my videos or me talking and explaining the process, or having them as texts, on the screen. Which do you prefer? Please let me know in the comments. Do I keep quiet? Do I talk, or do I use text? Which would you like? Because I want to serve you in the best possible way that I can as my audience. Thank you. Now I'm going with my cake comb, and I have some spots that are not level, that are not filled. I would just go right ahead to fill them. It's important you have a beautiful, at least neatly done, near perfect cake if you're working. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, filling and then going in with my cake comb for a second time. Now I'm done with the combing, and this is what it looks like all round. Don't worry about the board. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to take care of it. Okay. So this is what it looks like all round. And then I would go to the top to smoothen it out before I do the other technique on it. So I'm just going in with my palette knife to create some textures. I'll just hold it at an angle and then go round and round until the entire top is covered in this particular pattern. Now it's time for me to use my sticker and also the topper. So I'm just going to roll out a piece of fondant. I like to roll it as thin as possible so it's not that bulky and it's not showing so much when I use it on my cake. So I'm rolling it out. That's what I'm doing right here. After which I'm going to apply some water just to dampen it, and then I would place my sticker on it and then cut it out using my craft knife. Now I'm going in with my shovel tool next because it serves me well when I'm working with fondant and prints like this. Instead of pulling it and stretching my fondant, I just use my shovel tool to lift it up, and it's way easier for me. I still have everything intact. Now I'm going to place it right on my cake. I did not apply any water behind because this is whipped cream. It's still sticky, it's still wet. I had a little bit of smear there, but it's just fine. It's okay. And I'm going to gently just tap it just like I've done to make it stick on the cake. So this is what we have at the end of that process. Next up, I have rolled out these pieces of fondant to make a brick effect that I'm going to use on the cake, and I have a green and a yellow, and I'm embossing this right now. But I'm going to show you something. So I did this part and then I really didn't like how it was looking. The prints were not totally coming out, right? Because I guess I wasn't applying so much pressure, and then when I was cutting, I cut out too much, so it was just not okay for me. And so I had to go over the process again. Now, while I was editing, I took this out, but I felt that I needed to show you because I like it to be as real as possible. So this is me doing it a second time because I want a good look and a good finish. So I decided to add it back. I'd already deleted it, but I said, let me add it back to show you. Now you can see I'm putting more pressure on it so that I can get the prints to show, and I'm not cutting so much out so that I can achieve what I want. Now that is how I work, and that's how I do with my cakes. When I'm done with that, I'll just go right ahead to place it on my cake, just like that, without any water behind it. I'm just sticking it to my whipped cream cake because, like I said, the cake is still wet, it's still soft, and it'll stick without water anyway. So I'm doing this for the green, after which I'll go into put some windows as well and then proceed with the rest of the decoration. Next up, sprinkles, because I love sprinkles, especially for children's cakes. I love to use sprinkles. I love the color, the brightness, the beauty, and the pop they bring to cakes. So that's why I'm using it on this particular cake. And right now I'm placing the topper on the cake. So that's what you're seeing right here. And I've also gone ahead to put the other details on the cake, the windows like I said, and some other toppers on the cake. And this is what we have as the final look of the cake. And I hope you like it. I hope you learned from this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to smash the like button for me and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget to drop me a kind comment if you found this valuable as well. Until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.